Welcome back to another video, guys. So here are my ingredients that I'll be using in my veggie chunks. All right, so stick around and enjoy the video. All right, so first you want to ensure that you have about 2 cups of water depending on the amount of veggie chunks that you're going to be using. So here I have some boiling water that I'm going to be adding my veggie chunks in, and that is going to be for just about 3 to 4 minutes. Because they're already processed, you don't need to over boil them. Okay, so here I'm adding in the veggie chunks. Okay, so after 3 minutes, this is how it was looking, guys. So I'm now going to pour out the water and allow it to drain. And once it is cool, I'm going to also squeeze out the excess water, okay? All right, so here I have them. After I squeezed out the excess water, I'm now going to add my seasoning because the veggie chunks are flavorless, okay? So there's no flavor, they're completely fresh. So now you're going to add your seasoning that you prefer. All right, so I added some of my vegetable bouillon cubes, and I'm also going to be adding in some of my Maggi chicken seasoning to it. Okay, so you're going to add the seasoning of your preference or your choice, and you're going to season it to your liking. And here I'm adding in also some of my all-purpose seasoning. And I'm going to just be mixing everything around so I can incorporate all the seasoning on all the pieces of veggie chunks, okay? And yes, guys, I know it looks a lot like chicken bites, but it's not. It's actually veggie chunks. All right, so I'm just going to be doing my next step now. And here I'm adding in some flour. Adding about 2 tablespoons of flour, and I'm also going to be seasoning the flour as well. So I'm adding in some of my all-purpose seasoning. Okay, so now I'm just going to be mixing everything around just to have everything nicely incorporated, okay? And after which I'm going to be adding it to my veggie chunks. So guys, normally you can also use, if you have cornstarch, you can add like a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to your flour. It helps with the crispiness of whatever you're frying. But here I'm only using all-purpose flour, and that is also okay. We do use flour only to do most of our frying here in the Caribbean. So that's what I'm doing here. Also, if you're not a fan of frying stuff in oil, you can always add these to your air fryer. I think that would be a step you can take, but you can also do it without flouring the veggie chunks if you're not going to be frying them in oil. All right, so now I have my pan heating here. I'm just going to be adding enough oil to my pan. And once heated, I'm now going to be adding in the veggie chunks. And now guys, we're not going to be frying these for long, maybe about 2 to 3 minutes, thereabouts, maybe 4 minutes the most, because remember that these are processed. These are not chicken where you need to fry them for a long period of time, okay? So about 4 minutes, and then we'll be removing them from the pan, okay? And after about 2 minutes, I will now be just moving them around in the pot. They're really small pieces, so you don't have to be turning each and every one of the veggie chunks. You just, once you have enough oil, you can just toss them around in the pan and they will fry, okay? Ever since I tried my veggie chunks this way, guys, trust me, it's become a staple in my household because my husband and also my 4-year-old toddler, he really loves it. And if you have a 4-year-old, you know that they can be a picky eater. So once I found out that he really loved to have this, I normally try to get it every week and prepare it. So I'm also sharing the recipe with you guys so you can have a take on it and see if it's something that you will like, okay? Okay, so now after about 4 minutes, I'm just going to be removing them from the pan. All right, and then I'll add my next batch to the frying pan. Okay, this is the last batch, so I'm just adding in all the pieces and we'll just repeat the steps as we did in the first batch here, and that will be all. It's very quick and it's very simple. Okay guys, all right, so here I'm removing the second batch as well, and look at that guys, they're all so golden and beautiful, and trust me, they taste really amazing. So now we're just going to move on to our vegetables. Okay, so these are the vegetables that I'll be adding in. I have some bell peppers, green and red. I also have a piece of scotch bonnet pepper, some onion and garlic, and also some red onion. So what I'm going to be doing is just to add these to my frying pan and just saute them for about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, and after my onion and garlic and also my pepper is being sauteed for about 2 minutes, I like to go in with the bell peppers because I normally like when the onion and garlic is sauteed first to bring out the aroma. And now I am just going to be stirring this around just a little bit before we add our next ingredients, okay? Here I'm adding also about a teaspoon of finely grated ginger. Okay, so now I'm moving on to my sauce because I am going to make a little sauce so I can toss my veggie chunks in. So here I have some soy sauce. I'm also going to be adding in some ketchup. And also some brown sugar. And I will be listing the specific amount that I use in the description below, okay? I'm also adding in some of my oyster sauce. Okay, so now I'm going to just be adding in the sauce to our pan. And to that I'm also adding in about 2 tablespoons of water. And then I'm just going to be mixing this around. Let me just change my spoon here. Okay, so I'm just going to allow everything to simmer for about 4 to 5 minutes, okay? Okay, and to the veggies, I'm going to be adding in about a teaspoon of my Maggi chicken seasoning. Okay guys, and after 5 minutes, this is how everything was looking. So all our veggies are cooked and the sauce has thickened. So now I'm just going to be adding in my veggie chunks and tossing them around in the sauce just to get all the pieces covered. Okay, everything is looking so beautiful and smelling so delicious. Guys, I am kidding you not that this has become one of my favorite, and I hope it will become one of your favorites too. Okay guys, and if you have not yet subscribed, please remember to subscribe to my channel, like and share. Okay, so that is it, it's all done, and I'm going to be turning out the flame and plating this. So here you have it guys, all done and looking delicious. So thank you so much for watching Cooking with Kira. Until next time, see you in my next video. Bye.